Quiet Wealth, written and published by Sparks Sprit 10, explores a world obsessed with flaunting luxury cars, designer logos, and Instagram-worthy vacations. The truly wealthy are hiding in plain sight. They drive used cars, live in modest homes, and shop at regular stores. While social media influencers showcase their rented mansions and leased Lamborghinis, quiet millionaires are silently building generational wealth. This isn't just about being frugal. It's about understanding a powerful truth. The energy, time, and money you spend showing off wealth is the very thing preventing you from accumulating it. Lesson 1. Not showing off your wealth makes you richer. The correlation between displaying wealth and actually building it reveals an interesting paradox. Those who showcase their riches often end up with less, while those who remain discreet about their financial success tend to accumulate more. This phenomenon isn't merely coincidental. It's deeply rooted in both psychological and practical aspects of wealth management. When people display their wealth through expensive cars, designer clothes, or luxurious homes, they're not just spending money. They're creating a cycle of financial drain that goes beyond the initial purchase. Each display of wealth typically demands continuing expenses to maintain the image, leading to what financial experts call the lifestyle inflation trap. For instance, buying a prestigious car isn't just about the purchase price. It comes with higher insurance costs, maintenance fees, and an unspoken obligation to upgrade regularly to maintain status. Consider the case of many lottery winners who publicly flaunt their newfound wealth. Statistics show that a significant percentage of them end up bankrupt within a few years. The public display of their winnings often attracts unwanted attention, leading to poor financial decisions, excessive spending, and vulnerability to fraudulent schemes. In contrast, lottery winners who maintain privacy about their windfall typically fare better in maintaining and growing their wealth. The wealthy people who truly understand this principle often live surprisingly modest lives. Warren Buffett's continued residence in his modest Omaha home, purchased for $31,500 in 1958, exemplifies this approach. Despite being one of the wealthiest people globally, his lifestyle choices reflect an understanding that true wealth isn't about display. It's about value and growth. The psychology behind wealth display often stems from a desire for social validation and status. However, this desire frequently leads to decisions that compromise long-term financial growth. When people feel compelled to prove their success through visible consumption, they often divert resources from potentially profitable investments to depreciating assets. This redirection of funds from growth-oriented investments to status symbols can significantly impact long-term wealth accumulation. Privacy and wealth also provide practical advantages in business and investment opportunities. When others don't know the extent of your financial capabilities, you're more likely to receive honest dealings and fair prices. This discretion can be particularly valuable in negotiations, where perceived wealth might lead counterparties to adjust their position or expectations unfavorably. The digital age has made it increasingly challenging to maintain financial privacy, yet it's become more crucial than ever. Social media has created an environment where people feel pressured to share every aspect of their lives, including their financial successes. This transparency, while seemingly harmless, can attract unnecessary attention, security risks, and social complications that can impede wealth accumulation. Building wealth quietly also allows for more objective decision-making. When wealth accumulation isn't tied to public perception, people can make financial choices based on sound principles rather than social expectations. This freedom from external pressure often leads to better investment decisions and more sustainable financial growth. The practice of quiet wealth extends beyond personal finance to business operations. Many successful companies maintain low profiles during their growth phases, allowing them to develop strong foundations without unnecessary scrutiny or competition. This approach enables them to focus on building real value rather than managing public perception. Maintaining privacy about wealth doesn't mean living in constant fear or hiding success entirely. Instead, it's about finding the right balance between enjoying the benefits of wealth and protecting it from unnecessary exposure. This might mean choosing quality over flash, investing in experiences rather than status symbols, and focusing on long-term value rather than short-term impressions. The fundamental truth remains: wealth grows better in privacy, where it can be managed thoughtfully and strategically, free from the erosive effects of public display and social pressure. By keeping wealth quiet, people create space for it to multiply, protected from the many forces that could diminish it when exposed to public view. Lesson 2. Silent success attracts more opportunities. Naturally, success has a peculiar way of drawing people and opportunities toward those who carry it quietly. When you achieve meaningful progress without broadcasting it to the world, you create an authentic magnetic field that naturally attracts genuine connections and valuable prospects. This phenomenon occurs because quiet success allows people to appreciate your true character and capabilities without the distraction of wealth-based judgment. Consider how differently people respond to someone who subtly demonstrates competence versus someone who constantly announces their achievements. The quiet achiever often finds doors opening naturally as others recognize their substance rather than their status. This authentic approach builds trust and credibility, essential elements for attracting meaningful opportunities in both business and life. When you operate with quiet confidence, you give others space to discover your value organically. This natural discovery process leads to stronger, more genuine relationships built on mutual respect rather than superficial impressions. Business partners, mentors, and potential collaborators are more likely to engage with someone who demonstrates capability through actions rather than declarations. The power of silent success lies in its ability to create curiosity and interest. When people sense your capabilities without being overwhelmed by displays of wealth or achievement, they become naturally drawn to understand more about your journey and methods. This curiosity often translates into opportunities that might never materialize if you were more ostentatious about your success. Networking takes on a different dimension when approached from a position of quiet competence. Instead of trying to impress others with visible signs of wealth, you can focus on building meaningful connections based on shared values and genuine interest. These authentic relationships often yield more valuable opportunities than those formed through obvious displays of success. The marketplace itself responds differently to quiet achievers. When you're not constantly broadcasting your wins, you maintain the advantage of surprise and flexibility. Competitors are less likely to see you coming, and negotiating partners are more likely to engage with you on fair terms rather than inflated ones based on perceived wealth. Silent success also creates a shield of privacy that allows you to evaluate opportunities more objectively. When fewer people know about your achievements, you face less pressure to maintain a certain image or live up to others' expectations. This freedom enables you to make decisions based on true value rather than social pressure or public perception. Consider the experience of many successful entrepreneurs who maintained low profiles during their early growth phases. They often found that staying under the radar allowed them to experiment, fail, and learn without public scrutiny. This privacy created space for innovation and risk-taking that might have been impossible under constant observation. The compound effect of quiet success is particularly powerful in professional settings. As you consistently deliver results without fanfare, your reputation gradually builds among those who matter most. This organic growth in professional esteem often leads to better opportunities than those available to more visible but less substantial players in your field. Operating with quiet confidence also allows you to maintain better control over the timing and nature of opportunities you pursue. Rather than being bombarded with requests and proposals based on visible wealth, you can selectively engage with prospects that align with your true goals and values. This selectivity often results in higher quality opportunities and more successful outcomes. Silence and success don't mean complete invisibility. It means letting your work and character speak louder than your wealth. By maintaining this approach, you create an environment where genuine opportunities can find you naturally, unencumbered by the noise and distraction of visible success. This magnetic effect of quiet achievement continues to strengthen over time, creating a sustainable cycle of opportunity and growth that serves your long-term wealth-building goals. Lesson 3. Hidden abundance grows without others' interference. When wealth remains hidden from prying eyes, it has the opportunity to flourish naturally, much like a seed growing undisturbed beneath the soil. The moment your financial success becomes public knowledge, you inadvertently invite a barrage of opinions, requests, and interference that can significantly impact your wealth-building journey. One of the most challenging aspects of visible wealth is managing the well-meaning but often misguided advice from friends, family, and acquaintances. Everyone suddenly becomes a financial expert, offering suggestions about how you should invest, spend, or manage your money. While some advice might be valuable, the sheer volume of unsolicited opinions can cloud your judgment and lead you away from your carefully planned financial strategy. The pressure to maintain appearances once wealth becomes known can create a dangerous cycle of increased spending. This phenomenon, known as lifestyle creep, occurs when your expenditure gradually rises to match your perceived social status rather than your actual financial goals. By keeping your wealth private, you remain free from the social expectations that often accompany visible success, allowing you to make spending decisions based on your values and long-term objectives rather than others' expectations. Family dynamics can shift dramatically when wealth becomes apparent. Relatives may feel entitled to financial assistance or harbor resentment if their requests are denied. Maintaining privacy around your finances helps preserve natural family relationships and prevents money from becoming the focal point of your interactions. It allows you to help others on your own terms without creating dependency or damaging relationship dynamics. Creating strong boundaries around financial privacy requires consistent effort and clear communication. This might mean politely deflecting questions about income or investments, maintaining separate personal and professional social media presences, or developing prepared responses for common financial inquiries. These boundaries protect not only your wealth, but also your peace of mind and ability to make clear-headed financial decisions. Private wealth often grows more efficiently because it remains protected from external pressures to diversify into trendy but risky investments. When others don't know the extent of your resources, you're less likely to receive pressure to invest in someone's new business venture or the latest investment fad. This freedom allows you to stick to your proven investment strategy and make decisions based on thorough research rather than social obligation. The workplace environment also benefits from financial privacy. Colleagues treat you based on your professional merits rather than your personal wealth, allowing for more authentic relationships and fair opportunities. This is particularly important for entrepreneurs and business owners, as keeping personal wealth separate from business operations maintains clear boundaries and more professional relationships with employees and partners. Privacy creates a buffer zone that allows for mistakes and learning without public scrutiny. Every wealthy individual has made investment mistakes or financial decisions they later regretted. When wealth is private, these learning experiences remain personal, allowing you to adjust your strategy without external judgment or loss of confidence from business partners or family members. The digital age has made financial privacy increasingly challenging, but also more crucial. Social media and online presence can inadvertently reveal wealth markers that attract unwanted attention. Maintaining a modest online presence and being mindful of what you share about your lifestyle and purchases helps prevent digital footprints that could compromise your financial privacy. By allowing your wealth to grow in privacy, you create an environment where compound interest, smart investments, and strategic financial planning can work their magic without interference. This approach builds not just wealth, but also the wisdom to manage it effectively, free from the pressures and distractions that often come with public success. Your financial journey becomes a personal odyssey of growth and learning rather than a public spectacle subject to others' opinions and expectations. Lesson 4. Quiet money multiplies while loud money evaporates. The contrast between quiet money and loud money lies at the heart of sustainable wealth building. When wealth is managed discreetly, it tends to grow steadily and consistently, much like a garden that flourishes in optimal conditions without constant interference. This natural growth occurs because quiet money focuses on fundamental value rather than appearance. Consider the mathematics of wealth preservation. Every dollar spent on maintaining appearances is a dollar removed from your investment portfolio. Beyond the immediate cost, you also lose the compound interest that money could have generated over time. A $1,000 purchase for the sake of showing off doesn't just cost $1,000. It costs the potential $110,000 or more that money could have become through proper investment over decades. Loud money, characterized by conspicuous consumption and public displays of wealth, creates a continuous cycle of spending. When people know about your wealth, they develop expectations about your lifestyle, possessions, and spending habits. Meeting these expectations requires ongoing expenditure, which drains resources that could otherwise be invested productively. This pattern often leads to what financial experts call lifestyle inflation, where spending increases proportionally or sometimes disproportionately with income. The power of compound interest works most effectively in silence. When you're not pressured to maintain a certain image or a lifestyle, you can maximize the amount of money working for you in the background. This creates a snowball effect, where your investments generate returns that are then reinvested to generate even more returns. This process works best without interruption from unnecessary spending or the need to liquidate investments for lifestyle maintenance. Strategic financial planning thrives in privacy. When your financial moves aren't subject to public scrutiny or commentary, you can make decisions based purely on their merit rather than how they might be perceived. This freedom allows you to take advantage of opportunities that might seem unconventional to others but offer superior returns. You can invest in unfashionable but profitable sectors, hold positions longer than the crowd, and avoid the psychological pressure to follow market trends. The mathematics of quiet wealth also extends to tax efficiency and estate planning. When wealth grows quietly, it's easier to implement sophisticated tax strategies without drawing attention. This might include using legal structures like trusts, taking advantage of tax loss harvesting, or timing investment moves for optimal tax treatment. These strategies often work best when executed quietly and consistently over time. Private wealth also tends to be more resilient during market downturns. When others don't know the extent of your investments, you're less likely to face pressure to explain your financial decisions or justify your position during volatile periods. This psychological freedom allows you to stick to your investment strategy rather than making emotional decisions based on others' opinions or expectations. Investment opportunities often present themselves more favorably to those who manage their wealth quietly. Deals, partnerships, and investment options frequently come with better terms when a counterparty isn't influenced by perceptions of your wealth. This creates a virtuous cycle where discreet wealth management leads to better investment opportunities, which in turn generates more wealth to manage quietly. The digital age has introduced new challenges and opportunities for quiet money management. While technology has made it easier than ever to manage investments privately, it has also created more ways for wealth to be displayed inadvertently. Successful quiet money management now requires careful attention to digital footprints and online presence, ensuring that wealth can grow without unnecessary exposure. Quiet money isn't about complete secrecy, but rather about strategic discretion. It's about creating an environment where your wealth can grow optimally, free from the erosive effects of showing off or maintaining appearances. By keeping your financial affairs private and focusing on fundamental value rather than external validation, you create the conditions for sustainable long-term wealth accumulation. Lesson 5. True wealth needs no validation from others. True wealth emanates from within, much like self-confidence or personal satisfaction. When we constantly seek external validation for our financial success, we inadvertently create a dependency that can undermine our wealth-building journey. The most successful people understand that their net worth isn't determined by others' recognition or approval. The pursuit of validation often leads to destructive financial behaviors. People purchase luxury items they can't afford, live in oversized homes that strain their budgets, or maintain appearances that drain their resources. This need for external approval creates a cycle of spending that directly opposes the fundamental principles of wealth building. Breaking free from this cycle requires developing internal financial confidence. Internal financial confidence stems from a deep understanding of your personal goals and values. It's about knowing that your investment strategies, spending habits, and financial decisions align with your long-term objectives, regardless of what others might think or say. This confidence allows you to make decisions based on sound financial principles rather than social pressure or the desire to impress. Consider the wealthy individual who drives a modest car and lives in a comfortable but unpretentious home. Their confidence comes from their bank account balance, investment portfolio, and financial security rather than the visible trappings of wealth. They understand that true financial independence means having the freedom to make choices without concern for others' opinions. The psychology of financial independence is intrinsically linked to emotional maturity. It requires acknowledging that your worth isn't determined by your possessions or others' perceptions. This mindset shift enables you to focus on building real wealth rather than the appearance of wealth. It allows you to make investment decisions based on potential returns rather than social status, and to save money without feeling the need to justify your choices to others. Breaking free from social comparison is another crucial aspect of building true wealth. In today's social media-driven world, we're constantly bombarded with images of luxury lifestyles and conspicuous consumption. However, these comparisons are often misleading and can lead to poor financial decisions. Social media shows a curated version of reality, and many who appear wealthy may be living beyond their means. Building wealth on your own terms means creating a financial plan that reflects your personal values and goals. It might mean choosing to invest in index funds rather than following trending stock tips, or deciding to live below your means to achieve early retirement. These choices don't require explanation or justification to others because they align with your personal financial philosophy. The relationship between wealth and privacy becomes particularly important as your net worth grows. When you're confident in your financial position, you don't need to prove it to anyone. This privacy can protect you from unwanted solicitations, preserve important relationships, and maintain focus on your long-term financial objectives. Developing this internal validation system takes time and practice. It involves regularly reviewing your financial goals, celebrating private victories, and maintaining conviction in your chosen path, even when it differs from popular opinion. The satisfaction of watching your wealth grow quietly, knowing you're making progress toward your goals, becomes far more rewarding than any external validation could provide. Wealth building is a personal journey. Your financial decisions should reflect your values, risk tolerance, and long-term objectives rather than societal expectations or peer pressure. When you release the need for external validation, you free up mental and emotional energy that can be better directed toward making sound financial decisions and building lasting wealth. Lesson 6. Private progress creates lasting prosperity. The journey to lasting wealth is often most successful when tread quietly and deliberately. Private progress, free from the constant need to share or validate every milestone, creates an environment where true prosperity can flourish unimpeded. This approach allows you to focus entirely on your financial goals without the distractions and pressures that come with public scrutiny. When you keep your financial progress private, you maintain complete control over your wealth-building journey. This privacy enables you to make decisions based purely on your long-term objectives rather than others' expectations or opinions. You can adjust your strategy, learn from mistakes, and pivot when necessary without feeling the need to explain or justify your choices to anyone else. Consider the power of compound interest, not just in financial terms, but in terms of knowledge and experience. When you work quietly on your goals, each lesson learned and each success achieved builds upon the previous ones without external interference. This creates a snowball effect of growth that accelerates over time, much like compound interest on your investments. Private progress also allows you to maintain flexibility in your approach to wealth building. Without the pressure to maintain a certain public image or stick to publicly declared strategies, you can adapt your methods as market conditions change or as you discover better opportunities. This adaptability is crucial for long-term success in wealth creation. Building wealth privately enables you to focus on generational planning without external pressures or expectations. You can methodically structure your assets, establish trusts, and create succession plans that align with your values and vision for your family's future. This thoughtful approach to generational wealth transfer is often more successful when developed away from public attention. The privacy of your financial progress also provides protection against market volatility and economic uncertainties. When others don't know the extent of your wealth or your investment strategies, you're better positioned to weather financial storms without the added stress of managing others' concerns or expectations. This emotional and psychological buffer can be invaluable during challenging economic times. In the digital age, maintaining private progress requires intentional effort. It means being selective about what you share on social media, choosing confidential financial advisors, and creating systems that protect your financial information. This discretion isn't about being secretive, but about being strategic in managing information about your wealth. Private progress creates an environment where you can make bolder moves toward your financial goals without the fear of public failure or criticism. You might be more willing to take calculated risks or explore innovative investment opportunities. This freedom to experiment and grow can lead to greater returns and more diverse investment portfolios. The quiet nature of private progress also allows you to maintain healthier relationships with family, friends, and business associates. When people are unaware of your financial situation, interactions remain genuine and untainted by monetary considerations. This authenticity in relationships can be both personally fulfilling and professionally advantageous. Private progress doesn't mean isolation. It's about being selective with whom you share your financial journey. Having a small, trusted circle of advisors and mentors can provide valuable guidance while maintaining the benefits of privacy. These relationships, built on trust and discretion, can become powerful assets in your wealth-building journey. By focusing on private progress, you create a foundation for lasting prosperity that's built on solid principles rather than public perception. This approach allows your wealth to grow organically, protected from the erosive effects of public scrutiny and social pressure. Your financial success becomes more sustainable and meaningful when it's developed quietly, deliberately, and with a clear focus on long-term prosperity. Lesson 7. Stealth wealth builds stronger foundations. Creating robust financial foundations requires more than just accumulating wealth. It demands strategic planning and discretion to protect and grow your assets. When you build wealth quietly, you establish stronger, more resilient financial structures that can withstand various economic conditions and external pressures. The cornerstone of stealth wealth lies in developing sophisticated yet understated financial systems. This begins with diversifying your income streams in ways that don't draw attention. Instead of focusing on one highly visible source of income, successful practitioners of stealth wealth often cultivate multiple revenue channels that operate independently and quietly. This might include passive income from real estate investments, silent partnerships in private businesses, or carefully managed investment portfolios. Risk management becomes significantly more effective when conducted away from public scrutiny. When others aren't aware of your financial position, you can make objective decisions based on data and personal goals rather than social pressure or external expectations. This privacy allows you to implement more conservative risk management strategies without having to explain or justify your choices to others. Asset protection takes on new importance in the context of stealth wealth. By maintaining a low profile, you naturally reduce your exposure to frivolous lawsuits and opportunistic claims on your wealth. Legal structures like trusts, LLCs, and other entities can be established to hold assets while maintaining privacy. These structures not only protect your wealth, but also provide tax efficiency and easier wealth transfer between generations. Building multiple income streams discreetly requires patience and strategic thinking. Rather than rushing to announce new ventures or achievements, successful practitioners of stealth wealth focus on sustainable growth and systematic expansion. They might start small businesses in different sectors, invest in dividend-paying stocks, or develop real estate portfolios, all while maintaining minimal public presence. The foundation of stealth wealth also includes creating robust emergency funds and insurance coverage without drawing attention. This financial buffer provides security and peace of mind, allowing you to take calculated risks when opportunities arise. It's about having the resources to weather economic storms while maintaining the flexibility to capitalize on new opportunities. Technology plays a crucial role in building these strong foundations. Utilizing secure digital platforms for banking, investing, and wealth management helps maintain privacy while ensuring efficient operation of your financial systems. However, it's essential to balance technological convenience with security, often preferring traditional proven methods over the latest trending financial technologies that might compromise privacy. The psychological foundation of stealth wealth is equally important. By developing a mindset that values financial security over social status, you create mental resilience that supports long-term wealth building. This includes being comfortable with making investment decisions that might seem conservative or unconventional to others, knowing that your strategy aligns with your personal goals rather than social expectations. Education and continuous learning form another crucial pillar of the stealth wealth foundation. This means staying informed about financial markets, tax laws, and wealth preservation strategies while maintaining discretion about your knowledge and implementation of these concepts. It's about building expertise without becoming known as a financial expert in your social circles. Real estate often serves as a cornerstone in stealth wealth portfolios, but the approach differs from typical real estate investors. Instead of showcasing property acquisitions, successful practitioners might use holding companies, maintain properties in different locations, or focus on commercial properties that don't draw personal attention. This creates substantial wealth while maintaining anonymity. The true strength of stealth wealth foundations lies in their interconnectedness. Each element, from income diversification to risk management, from asset protection to psychological preparation, works together to create a robust financial structure. This holistic approach ensures that your wealth isn't just growing, but is also protected and sustainable for the long term. By focusing on building these strong foundations rather than displaying wealth, you create a financial legacy that can withstand economic fluctuations, social pressures, and the test of time. The quiet strength of well-built financial foundations provides security and opportunity for generations to come, all while maintaining the privacy that makes such wealth building possible in the first place. Lesson 8. Money grows best in the shadows of silence. The most successful investors often operate in complete anonymity, understanding that privacy isn't just a preference, it's a powerful strategic advantage. When money moves quietly, it tends to multiply more effectively, free from the disruptions and pressures that come with public attention. Consider the world's most successful private investors who deliberately stay out of the spotlight. They recognize that public scrutiny can severely impact investment returns by creating unnecessary market movements and attracting unwanted attention to their strategies. When large investors' moves become public knowledge, markets often react prematurely, diminishing potential returns and creating artificial volatility that benefits no one except short-term speculators. Privacy in investing serves multiple purposes beyond mere personal preference. It allows investors to build positions gradually without driving up prices, execute complex strategies without telegraphing their intentions, and maintain the flexibility to adjust their approach without public scrutiny or criticism. This freedom from public oversight enables more rational, measured decision-making based on thorough analysis rather than reactive responses to public opinion. The digital age has made maintaining investment privacy increasingly challenging, but even more crucial. Social media and instant communication have created an environment where information spreads rapidly, potentially disrupting carefully planned investment strategies. Smart investors now employ various methods to maintain their privacy, from using blind trusts and private investment vehicles to working with discreet financial institutions that prioritize client confidentiality. Private market investments often yield superior returns precisely because they operate away from the constant scrutiny of public markets. Private equity, venture capital, and real estate investments typically perform better when managed quietly, allowing deals to be structured optimally without external pressure or interference. The ability to negotiate and execute transactions privately often results in better terms and more favorable conditions for all parties involved. Institutional investors have long understood this principle, which is why many of the world's largest pension funds and endowments operate with minimal public disclosure beyond what's legally required. They recognize that excessive transparency can harm their ability to execute their investment strategies effectively and ultimately diminish returns for their beneficiaries. The shadow of silence also provides protection against the increasing threats of cybercrime and financial fraud. When wealth moves quietly, it becomes a much harder target for criminal elements. This security aspect alone makes privacy an essential component of any sophisticated investment strategy in today's interconnected world. Small investors can benefit from these same principles by maintaining discretion about their investment activities. Avoiding discussion of specific investments or strategies with friends and family not only prevents unwanted advice and interference, but also protects against the emotional pressures that often lead to poor investment decisions. Privacy in investing doesn't mean complete secrecy or operating outside regulatory frameworks. Instead, it means conducting financial affairs with appropriate discretion while fulfilling all legal obligations. This approach allows investors to focus on their long-term objectives without the distractions and pressures that come with public attention. The digital age requires new approaches to maintaining investment privacy. This might include using secure communication channels, working with privacy-focused financial institutions, and being mindful of digital footprints when researching or executing investment decisions. The extra effort required to maintain privacy in today's connected world is well worth the benefits it provides to investment returns. Money truly does grow best in the shadows of silence, where decisions can be made based on careful analysis rather than external pressures, where strategies can be executed without interference, and where long-term wealth building can proceed undisturbed by the noise of public opinion and market speculation. This principle, understood by the most successful investors throughout history, remains equally valid in today's fast-paced, highly connected world. Lesson 9. Genuine abundance requires no announcement. True wealth speaks in whispers, not shouts. When you've built genuine abundance in your life, there's an inherent understanding that broadcasting it diminishes its power and potential. Living authentically while wealthy means embracing the quiet confidence that comes from knowing your worth without needing to prove it to others. The art of maintaining genuine abundance lies in the delicate balance between generosity and privacy. While it's natural to want to share your success with others, particularly through charitable giving and supporting causes you believe in, this can be done without fanfare or public recognition. Anonymous donations often carry more impact and meaning than those accompanied by press releases and social media announcements. This approach allows your contributions to focus purely on their intended purpose rather than becoming entangled with personal recognition or social status. One of the most crucial aspects of genuine abundance is teaching the next generation about discreet wealth. Children who grow up understanding the value of financial privacy tend to develop healthier relationships with money. This education starts with modeling modest behavior and emphasizing the importance of character over possessions. Teaching children that their worth isn't tied to material displays helps them build genuine self-esteem and financial wisdom that will serve them throughout their lives. When creating a legacy, the focus should be on impact rather than appearance. Many truly wealthy people choose to live in modest homes, drive practical vehicles, and avoid the trappings typically associated with wealth. This isn't about deprivation. It's about understanding that genuine abundance is an internal state that doesn't require external validation. The energy saved from maintaining appearances can be redirected toward more meaningful pursuits, whether that's growing your wealth, supporting your community, or investing in personal growth. The digital age has made it increasingly challenging to maintain privacy around wealth, but it's not impossible. Being selective about social media presence, avoiding location tagging, and being mindful of what information you share online can help protect your financial privacy. This extends to teaching family members about the importance of discretion in their own social media use, as their posts can inadvertently reveal details about family wealth. Building genuine abundance also means creating authentic relationships uncomplicated by money dynamics. When people don't know the extent of your wealth, they're more likely to relate to you as a person rather than as a resource. This allows for deeper, more meaningful connections based on shared values and genuine interest rather than financial potential. The concept of genuine abundance extends beyond monetary wealth to encompass all aspects of life. It includes having rich experiences, meaningful relationships, and personal fulfillment, none of which require public display. When you understand this broader definition of wealth, the need to announce your financial success naturally diminishes. Privacy around wealth also provides practical benefits for your financial growth. Without the pressure to maintain a certain image or lifestyle, you have more flexibility to make investment decisions based on long-term strategy rather than short-term appearances. This freedom allows you to take calculated risks, weather market downturns, and make decisions that might temporarily reduce visible wealth but ultimately lead to greater long-term prosperity. Genuine abundance is self-sustaining and self-validating. It doesn't require constant maintenance of an image or regular demonstrations of wealth to prove its existence. Like a well-tended garden, it grows steadily and naturally, nourished by wise decisions and protected by privacy. The quiet confidence that comes from knowing your true worth, independent of others' perceptions, is perhaps the greatest wealth of all. Final lesson. Low-key living protects your peace and profits. Living a low-key lifestyle while wealthy isn't just about maintaining privacy. It's about creating a sustainable, peaceful existence that allows your wealth to flourish naturally. When you choose to live below your means and keep your financial success private, you create a protective barrier around both your mental well-being and your financial resources. The modern world constantly pushes us toward conspicuous consumption and public displays of success. However, those who master the art of low-key living often find themselves in a uniquely advantageous position. They experience less stress from maintaining appearances, face fewer security concerns, and enjoy the freedom to focus on what truly matters in life. Consider the practical benefits of maintaining a modest lifestyle despite your wealth. When you live in a reasonably sized home rather than a mansion, you spend less on maintenance, utilities, and property taxes. When you drive a reliable but modest vehicle, you avoid the attention that luxury cars attract while saving on insurance and maintenance costs. These choices aren't about deprivation. They're about intelligent resource allocation. The security advantages of low-key living cannot be overstated. Wealthy people who maintain a high profile often become targets for theft, fraud, and other criminal activities. They must invest heavily in security systems, personnel, and insurance. In contrast, those who maintain a modest public profile naturally blend in with their surroundings, requiring far less investment in security measures while enjoying greater peace of mind. Mental health benefits emerge naturally from a low-key lifestyle. Without the pressure to maintain a certain image or keep up with other wealthy individuals, you're free to focus on personal growth, relationships, and pursuits that bring genuine fulfillment. This freedom from social expectations often leads to better sleep, reduced anxiety, and more authentic connections with others. Financial prosperity tends to flourish in the absence of attention. When you're not constantly spending to maintain an image, more of your resources can be directed toward investments and wealth-building opportunities. This creates a positive cycle where your wealth grows more efficiently while attracting less attention, leading to even more growth potential. The digital age presents unique challenges to maintaining a low-key lifestyle. Social media and online presence can quickly expose your financial status to the world. Developing strategies to navigate this digital landscape while maintaining privacy becomes essential. This might include using private browsing modes, limiting social media exposure, and being mindful of digital footprints and financial transactions. Future-proofing your financial success requires consistent dedication to private wealth principles. This includes teaching family members about the importance of discretion, establishing robust estate planning mechanisms that protect privacy, and creating systems that allow wealth to transfer generationally without drawing attention. Living below your means doesn't mean living without joy or comfort. Instead, it means making intentional choices about where and how you spend your resources. You might choose to invest in experiences rather than possessions, focus on quality over flash, and prioritize investments that generate long-term value over short-term status symbols. The peace that comes from low-key living extends beyond the individual to positively impact family dynamics. Children raised in an environment that emphasizes privacy and modest living often develop stronger values, better financial habits, and a healthier relationship with money. They learn to value themselves for who they are rather than what they own. By embracing a low-key lifestyle, you create a strong foundation for lasting wealth and personal contentment. This approach allows you to enjoy the benefits of financial success while avoiding its potential pitfalls. The combination of enhanced security, improved mental well-being, and optimized wealth growth makes low-key living not just a preference, but a strategic choice for long-term prosperity.